So the next we are having the archea. So archea basically, as you guys all know, the microorganism which resembles with the bacteria a little bit, but they are having the unique characteristics too that we have discussed in the previous video. Okay, some points were remaining about the archea. So as you all know that the resistance of to bear the temperature like from above the 50 Celsius, they can survive. We cannot survive, okay, but they can survive. They are having the temperature resistant, okay. As well as I want to tell you guys one more thing, that is that they are basically thermophils, which means they are basically live in that one condition, which means they can survive in the hot condition, okay. And this thermophils archaea, the hot condition, with the archaea which live in the hot condition, we are calling that as thermophils. The thermophils archaea are basically used in the biotechnology. How? In the biotechnology, for protect the heat stable enzyme, heat stable enzyme, okay. And archaea is having the three modes of nutrition. The archaea is having the three modes of nutrition, okay. So one more thing, that they can prepare their own food. How? They can prepare their own food by using the sunlight, okay, by using the inorganic and the organic compounds. They can make their own food. As well as archaea does not contain chlorophyll, that you guys all know, okay. That's why they made the food from the sunlight but without chlorophyll. As well as there is the, basically we are calling, if the archaea is basically making the food by the sunlight without chlorophyll, so that we are process we are calling as a non-classical photosynthesis. Non-classical photosynthesis take place, and that we are calling that as a phototrophy. That is also called phototrophy, or you can say that as a chemo autotrophy, which means that they are making the food from the inorganic and organic compound, which means this process is called the chemoautotrophy, and they are making the food from the sunlight without chlorophyll, so we are calling that as a phototrophy, okay. As well as archaea is having the resistance, okay. And this, just why they are having that kind of a resistance or power to bear that kind of a hot condition, which means because they contain the plasmid DNA. What is plasmid DNA? Which means they contain the circular DNA. But if you talk about human body, so they contain the linear DNA. That's why they cannot bear the temperature like above 50. So but they can bear the temperature just because they contain the DNA which is in the circular form. That's why, okay. As well as the archaeal membrane is basically linked by, this archaea is having the membrane, okay, and they are basically linked by the ether bond. What is ether bond? As you guys all know, there is basically the linkage between the glycerol with and the hydrocarbon, so that we are calling linkage as the archaeole, okay. They are in the ether bond. As you guys all know, I told you guys that they are having the one oxygen and two carbon dioxide for the making the structure with the hydrocarbon, so that is called the ether. And they are in the ether bond, which means they are having the linkage between the glycerol with the carbon like hydrocarbon chain, so that the archaeal membrane, we are calling that as a archaeole, okay. So in the next video we will discuss the different points about the domain archaea 2 which are remaining.